As we enter our later years, life brings with it a unique set of challenges and opportunities. It is a time for reflection, growth, and for many, a chance to gain profound wisdom. But in order to fully embrace the richness of these years, we must face some undeniable truths. While some of these truths may be difficult to accept, they are the key to finding peace, purpose, and happiness in this new chapter of life. Here are 5 harsh truths about aging, and how accepting them can lead to a more fulfilling and joyful life. 1. You are no longer the center of attention. One of the toughest realities of growing older is realizing that the world no longer revolves around you, or at least, it starts to feel that way. For years, perhaps decades, you've been deeply involved in roles like a devoted parent, a diligent professional, or an active community member. People sought you out for advice, relied on your knowledge, and needed you in ways that gave your life meaning and purpose. But as time passes, those demands begin to fade. The phone rings less often, invitations become scarce. You might start to feel as if you're being pushed to the sidelines, and the spotlight that once shone on your life gradually dims. This feeling can leave you feeling hollow. One day, you realize that your hands aren't as busy as they once were, your gaze sometimes lingers on the wall in front of you, and your heart races as you reflect on the purpose of your existence. But here's a profound truth. Your worth has never been measured by how many people need you. Old age offers a tremendous opportunity to redefine what truly matters. When you step back from the illusion of constant attention, you'll discover an unexpected freedom waiting for you. The truth is, the world never focused on you as much as you thought. People are always caught up in their own worries, fears, and goals. They're not analyzing your every decision or judging your worth the way you once feared. Realizing this is not diminishing your value. It's liberating. It allows you to let go of the burden of external expectations and start living fully and authentically for yourself. Think about it. How much energy have you spent worrying about what others think? How many joyful moments have been overshadowed by the fear of judgment or the need to meet others' standards? The truth is, as you grow older, the audience in your life grows quieter. Not because you are less valuable, but because they, too, are consumed with their own stories. 2. The quality of relationships matters more than the quantity. Instead of worrying about whether or not you are the center of attention, you can focus on being fully present with those who truly see and appreciate who you are. This shift also challenges us to embrace the quiet joys of life, those moments that don't require display to gain recognition from others. A morning spent tending to the garden, an afternoon lost in a good book, or simply sitting quietly watching the sunset, these moments become more fulfilling when they're not burdened by the need for validation. When you stop striving for attention, you begin to recognize the beauty of simply existing. And perhaps the most surprising gift of stepping out of the spotlight is the chance to connect with the younger generation in a deeper way. Rather than vying for attention or clinging to roles that no longer fit, you can offer your wisdom, your stories, and your presence as a guide, an inspiration. Your value hasn't disappeared, it's transformed. You may no longer be the star of the show, but you have become the solid foundation for others to build their lives upon. By accepting this truth, you can find a deep sense of peace. You no longer need to prove your worth to the world, because you've already done that in countless ways. Now, your value lies in your presence, your authenticity, and living as yourself without apology. The spotlight may shift, but the center of your life is still firmly in your hands. It is right here, in the authenticity and quiet, that happiness can truly bloom. 3. Your body is changing, and that's okay. Old age brings an undeniable truth. Your body changes in ways you might never have imagined. The feet that once carried you through crowded streets or up high mountains now throb with pain with every step. Things that once felt like second nature, tying your shoes, bending down to pick something up, or even just getting out of bed, now require more effort. The reflection in the mirror shows new wrinkles, softer contours, and hair tinged with gray. These changes are natural, but they can make you feel a sense of loss, even frustration. It's easy to think that your body is betraying you, as if it's letting you down. For most of your life, we've taken the resilience of our bodies for granted. Walking, running, reaching without a second thought to the complex systems helping us move. Then, one day, everything slows down. What once came easily becomes a conscious effort. This change can feel overwhelming, even discouraging, especially in a society that idolizes youth and strength, treating aging as an endless battle. But here's a truth many miss: your body, even now, is not your enemy. It's the loyal companion that's carried you through every joy, sorrow, and challenge in life. It's weathered storms, healed countless wounds, a broken bone, an illness, sleepless nights. And despite these changes, it still moves you forward. Rather than seeing these changes as failures, try to view them as marks of what you've been through and what you've achieved. Growing old gracefully doesn't mean pretending these changes don't exist or trying to reverse them. It means learning to listen to your body with understanding rather than blaming it. It means respecting the signals your body sends, whether it's the need for rest, a gentler way of moving, or simply more patience. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It's an act of kindness, a way of saying, "Thank you for bringing me this far. Let's continue together." Acceptance also means letting go of comparison, whether with the person you used to be or with others who seem to age in a different way. Every body has its own story, shaped by its experiences, care, and unique circumstances. Comparing your current self with your past self is like placing a well-read book, its pages worn, next to a brand new book that's never been opened. The marks don't diminish its worth, they make it more valuable. Every scar, every wrinkle tells the story of resilience, experiences, and a life fully lived. Of course, accepting these changes doesn't mean giving up on taking care of yourself. On the contrary, this is the time to nurture yourself even more, not out of fear of aging, but out of respect for your body. Eating nutritious foods, keeping your body moving in ways that suit it, and getting regular checkups are not about clinging to youth, but about supporting your body in the way it needs now. Movement may look different. It could be a slow walk instead of a run, or a yoga session instead of lifting weights, but that doesn't make it any less important. These choices aren't about fighting aging. They're ways to embrace it with strength and grace. And then, there's a bigger gift hidden behind these physical changes. They remind us of life's impermanence, urging us to focus on what truly matters. As illusions of outward perfection fade, you have the opportunity to invest more in relationships, passions, and moments of joy. Time spent with loved ones. Hobbies that spark curiosity. Quiet moments filled with gratitude. These are the things that aging allows us to fully experience. Your body, though changing, remains the gateway to all the wonders of life. It lets you feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, the strength of a loved one's hug, and the satisfaction of completing something, no matter how small. Those moments don't require a perfect or unbounded body. They just need a body that's still here, still willing to embrace them. So let go of the thought that aging is a battle to fight. See it as a transformation into a new kind of strength, a quiet, but no less powerful, strength. Your body may not be what it once was, but neither are you. And that's okay. You and your body have grown, adapted, and overcome every challenge together. And together, you will continue to move forward, finding beauty in every stage of the journey. 4. The people you once laughed and shared moments with might not always be there, whether it's due to time, distance, or inevitable loss. Relationships change, and people gradually drift away from your life. This truth cuts deep, especially as we grow older, and the emptiness becomes heavier with each passing day. When we're young, it's easy to take companionship for granted. We are surrounded by friends, colleagues, and family in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. But over time, those circles start to shrink. Loved ones may pass away, or relationships may fade for reasons beyond our control. Moments of silence become more frequent. Spaces that once echoed with laughter and conversation now feel empty. This reality can be painful, and it's okay if the sorrow weighs heavily on your chest, making every breath more difficult. The pain of losing a relationship is not something you can easily brush off or leave behind. It is proof of how deeply the love and connection once were. The sharp ache when you realize someone is no longer by your side is their mark left on your life. But amidst these losses, there is still an opportunity to appreciate the life you are continuing to live. The truth is, no one can stay forever. Relationships are like seasons, each bringing its own beauty and meaning. There are those who enter your life for a brief period but leave a lasting impression. There are others who stay with you for decades. Instead of focusing solely on the end of relationships, remember what they gave you while they were there. The stories, the laughter, the lessons, they are still with you, woven into who you are. In that way, no one truly leaves. They live on in your heart, in the choices you make every day. But here's the other side of this truth. When someone leaves, new people step into your life. New friendships can blossom in the most unexpected places. A casual conversation at the grocery store, a friendly wave from a neighbor, or a shared hobby at a local club. It's never too late to forge new connections. These relationships may not have the deep history of the friends you've lost, but they can bring new joy and meaning into your life. Opening your heart to new people is not a betrayal of those who've passed through your life. It's a testament to your ability to love and connect. This truth also teaches us to cherish the relationships we still have. Don't let time slip away in silence. Reach out to the people who matter most to you. Call them. Write a letter. Visit when you can. Don't wait for the perfect moment or assume they know how much you care. The fleeting nature of life means that every moment with a loved one is a gift, something to cherish, not delay. As you navigate the changes in relationships with age, it's important to nurture the most vital relationship, the one with yourself. Silence, often mistaken for loneliness, can become a powerful source of motivation for growth and self-discovery. Use this time to pursue passions, reflect on your journey, and find peace within yourself. The absence of loved ones becomes less intimidating over time. Eventually, the impermanence of relationships is not something to fear but something to accept calmly. Every goodbye, no matter how painful, opens space for new experiences, new connections, and a deeper appreciation of the present. Life is not measured by the number of people who stay, but by the depth of the connections we've had along the way. So, hold on to the memories of those no longer by your side. When you think of them, your throat may tighten, your eyes may burn with tears. That's evidence of the love and deep connection they left behind. Let their lives inspire you to live more fully, to love more deeply, and to open your heart to others. When you look around and see those still present, embrace them with both arms, feeling the warmth radiate as you touch, because the beauty of a relationship lies not in its duration but in its presence. In that way, you will realize that, though not everyone will remain forever, the love you've shared will resonate throughout your life, bringing meaning, richness, and a profound sense of connection. Change is inevitable. Change is one of the few constants in life, and it doesn't slow down as we age. In fact, change becomes more pronounced as the world around us shifts in ways that may leave you stunned or even overwhelmed. Loved ones leave, the neighborhood you once knew transforms, technology alters the way we connect, and even your body and mind go through unexpected changes. Facing these changes, you might feel your body grow heavy, your breath labored as you try to hold on to what's familiar. It's like trying to stop the rising tide with bare hands, an exhausting and ultimately futile effort. Change will come, whether you accept it or not, and the sooner you stop fighting it, the sooner you will find peace in the flow of life. Accepting change doesn't mean denying the past or pretending that losses don't exist. It means learning how to coexist with impermanence so that every moment, every season in life, becomes a gateway to something new. Think back to times in your life when you had to adapt to a major change, a new job, a move, or a shift in family dynamics. At first, your chest may have felt constricted, your hands trembling as everything seemed difficult, even painful. But with time, you found a way through, discovering joy and meaning in the new circumstances. As you age, change takes many forms. It may be an empty nest after children have grown and moved away, the loss of a beloved spouse, or the need to downsize or live in a more supportive environment. These changes may make it feel like everything is ending, but they are also new beginnings. An empty nest can become a space for rediscovering hobbies or deepening your relationship with yourself. A smaller home can bring simplicity, reduce burdens, and help you focus on what truly matters. And the loss of a spouse, while incredibly painful, can open the door to new relationships or a deeper connection with your inner world. Embracing change also means staying curious and open to learning even now. The world today may feel like a whirlwind, with new technologies, cultural shifts, and ideas that seem foreign or intimidating. It's easy to feel left behind, but every change is an opportunity for growth. Imagine learning to use a smartphone to video call grandchildren living miles away, or exploring a new activity like yoga or painting that you never thought to. These moments of adaptation are not just about catching up with the times, they are about staying engaged with life, continuing to grow, and finding joy in the unfamiliar. Perhaps the greatest lesson change teaches us is that it often brings unexpected gifts. A door closing may lead you to a window you never noticed. A storm may uproot things you've grown comfortable with, but it also paves the way for new growth. Change doesn't just take, it transforms. It challenges you to reconsider what's truly important and invites you to become a version of yourself you might never have imagined. Loss during times of change is natural. You have the right to mourn, to feel sad for parts of your life that have changed beyond recognition. But when that sadness fades, you'll be faced with a choice: to dwell in the past, or to embrace the present and the future it holds. Choosing to accept change as a natural part of life is the choice to continue living fully. There is a quiet strength in adaptability, a power in learning to navigate the waves rather than be swept away by them. The seasons of life are not meant to stay the same, they are designed to flow, to teach, and to transform. And while change may make you feel uncertain, it can also be beautiful. It invites you to explore new facets of yourself, new joys, and new ways to connect with the world. So, when change knocks, whether it's a small shift or a major upheaval, embrace it as a teacher. Let it remind you that you are not a static entity, but one that is always changing. Let it show you that, even as the world around you changes, your ability to adapt, grow, and seek meaning remains unshaken. The only thing that doesn't change in life might be change itself, but within that truth lies the potential for a dynamic, rich, and exploratory life. 5. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a concept that can sometimes feel elusive, especially as we grow older. It's easy to believe that happiness is something that comes from the outside, a condition that will appear when circumstances are perfect, when there is less loss, and when life goes according to our plan. But the truth is much deeper, and as time goes by, it becomes clearer that happiness is not a stroke of luck or a gift bestowed upon us. It is a choice, a conscious decision to seek joy even in imperfect moments. As we age, life can become more complicated. There will be days when the aches of aging seem to take up all the space in your mind. Losing loved ones, the silence in homes once filled with noise, or the changes in physical limits can make happiness feel like a distant memory. But happiness doesn't necessarily depend on external circumstances. It begins from within as an intentional act of shifting perspective and practicing gratitude. Choosing happiness does not mean denying the challenges of aging or pretending life is perfect. It means shifting focus from what has been lost to what remains. Try thinking of the small moments in everyday life that we easily overlook: the warmth of the morning sun on your face, the laughter of a grandchild, or the simple satisfaction of completing a crossword or a puzzle. These moments are not trivial, they are the threads that weave a happy life. When you pause to notice them, to truly savor them, you make space for happiness to take root. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for cultivating happiness. It invites you to see life through a lens of abundance rather than scarcity. Even on the toughest days, there's something to be grateful for: the people who care about you, the precious memories, or the resilience you've built over a lifetime. Gratitude doesn't erase difficulties, but it softens their edges, reminding you that good things still exist alongside the challenges. Another key element in choosing happiness is learning to let go of regret, the what-ifs, and the idea that life must be perfect to be meaningful. As you enter your later years, you may have experienced your fair share of mistakes and missed opportunities. But carrying the weight of those moments only takes you further from the joy you deserve. Forgive yourself for the things that didn't go as planned. Let go of the story that things should have been different. By doing so, you free yourself to embrace the life you have, just as it is. Perspective also plays a crucial role. Imagine standing in the rain. One person might curse the clouds, only seeing inconvenience and discomfort. Another might marvel at the beauty of the falling droplets, the smell of freshly dampened earth, or the life-giving power of water. The rain is the same, but the experience is entirely different. Happiness works similarly. It's not about what happens to you, but how you choose to view it. Shifting perspective takes practice, but it's a skill that grows stronger the more you use it. Happiness, especially in the later years, often comes from presence, the ability to live fully in the moment without being consumed by the past or anxious about the future. When you stop waiting for everything to be perfect, you begin to see that life is already brimming with wonder. The flaws, the uncertainties, and even the hardships are part of what makes life meaningful. They teach you resilience, deepen your compassion, and remind you of your own strength. Perhaps the most beautiful thing about choosing happiness is that it becomes contagious. When you radiate joy, even in small ways, you inspire those around you to do the same. A smile given to a stranger, a kind word to a friend, or a moment of laughter with family can ripple out, creating more happiness than you might think. And so, deciding to choose happiness not only enriches your life but also becomes a gift to others. While the world might tell you that happiness diminishes with age, know that the opposite is true. Happiness is not something you search for, but something you create, moment by moment, choice by choice. It's not about chasing fleeting pleasures or waiting for the stars to align, but about finding beauty in the simple everyday things, cherishing the journey you've traveled, and realizing that even now, in this stage of life, there is so much to celebrate. The power to choose happiness has always existed within you, and when you embrace this truth, you will discover that happiness is not about avoiding life's challenges, but about finding meaning, joy, and connection within them. This is where true happiness lies, not in perfection, but in the courage to face life as it is and love everything within it. Accepting the truth of aging, a full life is a tapestry woven from threads of joy, sorrow, growth, and change. Old age is not an ending chapter, but a transformation, a time for deep reflection and an opportunity to embrace the person you've become after a lifetime of experiences. The harsh truths of aging may seem heavy at first, but when faced with courage and serenity, they will gradually become the path to a deeper and more meaningful existence. Each truth, whether it's a change in relationships, the inevitability of change, or the challenge of a body that no longer moves as easily, contains a lesson and an invitation. They invite you to let go of illusions, shed unnecessary expectations, and step fully into a new chapter of life with openness and authenticity. These truths are not meant to weaken you, but to free you from distractions, helping you focus on what truly matters: love, connection, gratitude, and the beauty of the present moment. At its core, happiness is not about trying to avoid the difficulties of aging, but accepting them as part of the human journey. It's about finding joy in the ordinary, nurturing resilience in the face of loss, and choosing to view life's imperfections as opportunities for growth. It's the understanding that every wrinkle, every gray hair, and every scar is proof of a life fully lived, a badge of honor earned through years of perseverance and love. This time of life is a gift, an opportunity to slow down, savor, and prioritize what matters most. It's a chance to deepen relationships, rediscover passions you may have forgotten, and leave a legacy of kindness and wisdom for future generations. The truths of aging remind us that while time may change how we live, it cannot diminish the value of our lives or the love we share. As you continue forward, I hope you carry these truths not as a burden, but as a guide. May God grant you strength in resilience, peace in acceptance, and joy in the simple moments that make life beautiful. And above all, may you realize that your life story, no matter where you are in it, is still being written. You have the power to shape it with wisdom, care, and the firm belief that even now, the best is yet to come. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically in this moment. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other in this journey, embracing these truths together. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with a 1, or if not, feel free to comment with a 0. Your feedback means the world to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and may you live your life your way. If you find these thoughts meaningful, don't hesitate to share them with friends and loved ones to help spread the message about the power of change and belief in life. Thank you for your support. Let's live fully, create memorable moments, and always find joy in each step we take in life. Thank you for supporting the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to receive the latest updates. The stories are collected from various sources and do not represent any individual or organization. They are shared with the intention of spreading human values in life and have been rewritten with the support of AI. If there are any mistakes, kindly overlook them with understanding.